So today we are joined with Pete Majewski, a business strategy manager at Autodesk. You just gave the presentation, Digital Factory, FlexSim as the foundation. Can give us a quick summary what we were talking about and why the FlexSim is the foundation of the Digital Factory.
Absolutely, David. Well, let me start by saying it's been a great week so far. It's a pleasure to meet not only the power users on your team, but our broader global network of customers, educators, and many in between as far as the project stakeholders are concerned. But my update for the team just a moment ago revolved around the idea of having a digital factory focus with a core based in simulation. The whole idea there is the acknowledgement of convergence that's happening across many different market sectors, and especially at Autodesk, having that understanding that manufacturing, construction, and many other sectors are starting to parallel their efforts into centralized workflows and data environments.
Yeah, so Autodesk is seeing that there's a lot of data everywhere. Yeah, you have data in the construction plan, designing of the machine, and you try to bring everything together, yeah?
Exactly. Trying to connect all the dots and have everything in a consolidated area that allows not only a single source of truth, but allows each project stakeholder to have the correct amount of information for what they're responsible for.
Yeah, I think it's a great approach because we are, let's say, modelers and process consultants, and we are on the strategy level, yeah? So you can, let's say, you know what the future will bring to us. So what the future will bring to us in terms of digital factory, in terms of simulation, in terms of how Autodesk is planning to develop technology in the digital factory group.
I like the way you articulated that there to show the difference of the strategy level as well as the tactical level detail that goes into the product development as well as the product use. Where I like to play in terms of having the ability to understand the product complexities, and going through and backing that into a multi-year plan with the way that convergence is driving us to more of a cloud-based workflow, a lot more subscription-based workflows, as well as what's happening with different project groups that may or may not use simulation currently, but allowing them to access that information and consume it from a viewer perspective or run programs and real-time information that pushes all of these efforts into more of a digital twin approach.
Yeah, you're talking about that soon we'll get ability to get design from Revit, put in the FlexSim machines from Inventor, put into Flex, and then in FlexSim make everything move. Yeah, so like connecting everything in one as a digital twin, digital factory.
Yes.
In simulation, you can see the design, the machine design, and everything is moving. You can see the process. You can optimize the process as a whole, not only construction, not only structure of things. Yeah.
So true. Even the naming conventions just go to show that idea of convergence because there's digital factory, there's factory design, there's factory design utilities, and not everything needs to be factory focused. There's many of the workflows that may not be in your traditional factory workflow that apply to people flow, construction, optimization, and monitoring, as well as design aspects. So we like to make it as broad as possible so we fit all of the corresponding market sectors, geographies, and users. But most importantly, we always want to allow those end customers to make it their own with what process, what product, what asset they're modeling.
During our conference, you met a lot of user experts, clients using FlexSim from our region. What do you think about the level of competence in InterMarium region? You have people from Poland, Czech, Slovakia, Kenya even. Yeah? What are you thinking? What is the level of expertise here in our region?
Amazing level of complexity within the models and the discussions, and the expertise is incredibly valuable and consolidated. I think if we were to break out the different perspectives that may when we leave this room, we'll go back to different countries, different companies, and most importantly, different team structures. I find it amazing that we have full-time operations folks here, as well as simulation engineers and even professors and folks that may not include themselves in day-to-day simulation modeling, all conversing with the same end goal in mind. So again, it's having that fidelity, and I like to word it as a hedging on transparency when it comes to those digital factory outputs that show what happens when you have a very robust software as well as very educated users working together that allow very complex problems to be solved quite efficiently.
Pete, you are from US, but you have
Yes.
a Polish-sounding name,
Yes.
Majewski.
Yes.
Maybe can you tell us a little bit more about
I
your
appreciate that
history?
question. Yeah, no, actually, this has been a very meaningful week for me. I was able to say hello to my family that is not only from here but still lives here 2 hours east in Rzeszów. So we got to meet for the first time, and it was very exciting. Also, it's quite an emotional meet, being that I'm the first member from the U.S. side of my family to visit here in 30 years. So it's been a very impactful week on multiple fronts, so both personally as well as professionally, and no better way to tie it all together with rounding out the week on the factory design and digital factory and simulation discussions.
I think FlexSim has a bright future within Autodesk, yeah? And I hope next year we'll also be able to join us on this conference. This year we had 160 participants.
Beautiful.
Next year I think we'll have more and more, and we are really happy for your input, because thanks to you we can see the future. Yeah? As you said, there's a difference between tactic level, yeah, and the strategy level, and you gave us the opportunity to see the strategy level, what will happen in the next years in the future, and where the industry is trending. Yeah? Because you told us about the trends in industry. Right. Maybe you can elaborate a little bit about it. What are the trends in industry,
and
in
let me
factory
back
world?
up for a second to thank you, David, and the team here for all the efforts you do, because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the efforts of your team going above and beyond to coordinate and get everybody together, and also have a very broad aspect of where simulation applies, and having the right stakeholders connect and learn something from a different side of the lines. And I'll use that to pivot into the forward-looking area. I know before I was using the word convergence.
A lot, yeah.
Kicking off our check-in earlier. And that would be the single word to articulate just where most market sectors are going right now. They're still uniquely different depending on what end product or end project or end process each company is delivering. But our look ahead is very much focused on centralized data and having a very accessible platform that allows multiple users to get into very different aspects of how they use the software. Again, we have some power users that may work full-time on their computer, and we are starting to see a lot of the factory floor and that the operations end that are not in a model or a model authoring or detailing full-time, that are using that same information to sequence production, schedule and tag assets and issues, and other lifecycle management aspects.
Yeah, I think because of this collaboration, we are joining the data, getting the data in one place, but thanks to this, Autodesk is also gathering the people. Yeah, because then the people, as a designer and architect, they can have some common language. They can understand each other through the software. Yeah,
that's one of the aspects that may be quite unique to the existing and historical core group of FlexSim power users. You could exist as an independent
single entity. Yeah,
exactly. You could be an individual contributor and build a very robust and complex model and turn it over and have it be perfect and show all of your operations. And you can still do that by all means. But we're starting to see this idea introduced to where broader project stakeholders are now becoming aware on what that simulation may look like and how it gets phased as the project is delivered. So it's not just building factories or manipulating or changing lines for production and efficiency. We see the same thing starting to happen on the operation side for a true digital twin deployment, as well as all the virtual commissioning and emulation aspects that have mirrored this type of development.
Nice. Thank you very much, Pete. Thank you for being here with us, and I hope to see you next year.
I hope so as well, and thank you for having me.
Thank you very much.